All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Osiris said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Osiris Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the membership right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate you here at the Sarah Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculum, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General, strictly for the brothers. You can get a preview of the course if you just click that link over there in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers sit down once a week discussing very important, very powerful, very vital information pertinent to our growth and development. Check it out, family, and become a member, become a brother today. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sabrasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Check it out and get a discount. Check that catalog out. Get a discount. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com. Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. We talking about Olmec voyages of the Nile, when Egypt, Kemet ruled the earth, when Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt. We got Black Babylon. We got the Naga Kushite. We got Angkor Wat. We got Champa. We got the ancient civilizations of Champa. We got the occult. We deal with all the occult, theosophical, Kabbalism, Sufism, occultism. We got it all lined up. Illuminati, New World Order, got that lined up. Freemasonry, we got the Shriners, we got them lined up. Fraternity, sorority, all that lined up. Book them, and we got them. Rolling them over like bowling pins. So get over there, family. We got the Making of the White Man, Black Woman is God too. Not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. Everybody knows Seti got the popping his page on Patreon. The link is right there at the top of the chat. Click it, get over there. 500 exclusive live streams. We got some fire dropping tonight too. Be in the house, become a patron today. All the family that donate to the General, thank you. I appreciate you. Those would like to donate, the link is right there in the chat. Click it, donate, and I appreciate you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. We talking about the only nation where everybody, damn near everybody, reach Christ consciousness at the same time. You see, we talking because this is very significant. I don't say this just for no reason. It's very significant. This is what you want to study. You don't want to study something inferior to that. Okay? You don't want to study nothing inferior to that. Got a lot of ideologies out there. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to watch these one, these ideologies got one Christ. You feel me? Ain't no one motherfucker gonna say this is, ain't no one motherfucker gonna save the world. You see? And so, yeah, that's what we talking about. Ain't no one motherfucker gonna save the world. You got to know that. You see? It's about, having everybody achieve that level. You see? You got to have everybody achieving on the Christ level, the avatar level. You see, everybody got to be connected to the cosmos, not just you. See, this is what they want. They want sheep. You see what I'm saying? Now the sheep is divine in one aspect, but that's all they do. They follow. You see, and we can't be no sheeple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the woolly hair and it's divine in many instances, but you know, with anything, there's a law of opposites. It's a good and a bad. So when we talk about the Nile Valley, we're talking about the only time in history where damn near everybody in the nation had reached Christ level. Okay? And the proof is in the pudding. We're going to put something up for your family. We're going to talk to you. We're going to walk with you. We're going to talk with you. We're going to walk with you. We're going to talk with you. Let me get something up here for you. I know y'all want to see a couple visuals. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna give you a gem or two. You see? But when you want a handful of gems, then you meet me over where I say meet me on, and then we got the memberships, and I'm gonna start piling it up. But you're gonna see a line up, and I'm gonna hit every one up. So if you're in the membership, know that you got something special coming. General Seti, we already got one on Osiris Seti, but watch this month coming up. Watch how the treasure chest fill up with gems. I want my family to elevate. You see what I'm saying? I want people to say when they came over here, goddamn it, they elevated. You see? So now when we talk about this nation, we talking about the Nile Valley. And it was so, it was such an abundance of individuals that had achieved Christ consciousness to shit where they just started to go over into other areas of the planet. You see, in that instance, even created monumental civilizations on the other side of the damn planet. This right here is the Mon Khmer's. You see the Chamites. You see, which is in you're talking about Cambodia. We talking about Vietnam. You see, showing the woolly hair Buddha. No, we're not talking about that one over there today that's perpetrating the fraud. Doing the same thing that the Neanderthal is doing over here with the Christianity, the Judaism. Yeah, they over there doing the same goddamn thing. Not they want to tell you about the Naga, and you the damn Naga. You the Naga, you the divine serpentine blood, dragon bloodline, the solar bloodline. That's what it is. You that. And now they over there perpetrating the fraud. And so they didn't devalue the Naga to a certain extent because they say that over there that the Nagas are semi-divine. But when you come into the Nile Valley, they're not semi-divine. Isis is a Naga. Isis was depicted as a Naga. Osiris was depicted as a Naga. Many of the great pharaohs were depicted as Naga. So it was far a greater, more standing in the Nile Valley than it was in under the Hindu. Under the Hindu. You see? You understand? Under the Hindu. So we got this, so we see that. So understandably that our people have come over here on the monsoons. Okay, on the monsoon. You see right there, we talking about that's Krishna. You see, that's Krishna. You see him laying on the Naga bed. You see what I'm saying? You see the Nagas and he laying on it, but that's the Osirian resurrection. That's the Osirian resurrection. That's all it is. And you see, Krishna in Sanskrit means black. So it's of high divinity all over the world. Wherever you go, goddamn it, is a black god somewhere. The chief deity, not just the chief deity, chief deities. You see, now ask that question: how could most of the deities, the high standing deities in Hinduism, be black when they have such a hatred for black people over there in India? How is that? See, that didn't have nothing to do with them. That's the primordial Kushite religion that was there long before they got there. But when they understood the depths of it, that it was the solar melanin, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? The world, you understand what I'm saying? The planet know who, the source of creation. You can't lie no more. Devil can't lie no more. So we busting it down. We telling the truth. So you see right here, Krishna in the Osirian pose. That's what it is. He's Osiris in the Naga Kush. You see, and so we sent out, and many people believe that Krishna and Buddha was actually Osiris, who had come into India. You see, you got one Diodorus Siculus. Matter of fact, he said once Osiris had established all the agriculture and government in Egypt, he went out into the rest of the world. Matter of fact, I got it right here. So when we talk about, so we were so high advanced in knowledge, we were sending out spiritual Christ, intellectual Christ all over the world, and they became that one singular Christ figure in that area. You see, but only in Egypt and Nubia and the Nile Valley, where majority of, if not all of the people had reached Christ level consciousness. This is where you can't see. The thing is, you can't have no one goddamn Christ and you got all these megalithic. You ain't gonna reach that level of high technology without being without synchronizing with the cosmos. Because you're gonna have to download. That's why a lot of them damn Neanderthals, listen to me when I tell you this. That's why a lot of them damn Neanderthals keep talking about some aliens. You see what I'm saying? Because they know they can't download. They know good goddamn well that, and they ain't got, and they about to be up out of here any goddamn way. So they know that they do not possess the mechanism to achieve that, and so they'll give credit to some goddamn aliens and all of that. This is why they promote that, because they know good goddamn well they do not possess the mechanism to achieve Christ consciousness. And I done seen all books, and there's not been one Christ that was ever white, period. Not one. Not one of a major religion that was ever white. Every last one of them, whether it was Krishna, whether it was Buddha, whether even Hercules was black. And that's the fact. Herodotus said that. You see, who was the Greek father of history? He said that there was two Hercules. There was one that came out of Egypt, and there was one that came out of Greece. And that's why they call that strait over there. Now, if you go in on some maps, it say the Straits of Gibraltar, but it was also called the Pillars of Hercules. You see, it was also called the Pillar of Hercules. Now let's get back here to Diodorus Siculus, and he dropped this shit down. Now Diodorus Siculus lived 1st century BC. He lived during the 1st century BC. Now what did he, and so he was a Greek historian. Okay, he was a Greek historian in the 1st century BC. Now we got to see what Diodorus Siculus said. Okay, let's see what he said. Let me get down here. Is this the first one? No, this is the one right here. Now, if you want to look this up, it's called, you can look it up. It's the Historical Library of Diodorus the Sicilian. You see, the Sicilian in the 15 books, to which are added fragments of Diodorus. Okay, so you can look it up, and it says, listen, and now this talking about Osiris being come to the borders of Ethiopia. You're talking about Osiris is going out and civilizing the world. You see, Osiris being come to the borders of Ethiopia, raised high banks on either side of the river, lest in the time of its inundation, it should overflow the country more than what was convenient and make it marshy and boggy, and made floodgates to let in the water by degrees as far as was necessary. So Osiris was building dams. You see what I'm saying? Building canals, building dams, controlling the level of water. You know what I'm saying? So this is very, this is this maritime engineering. You see what I'm saying? Where you start to build dams and things of that nature. You see, thence he passed into Arabia. Okay, he went into Arabia, civilized, and we're talking about not civilizing as if somebody's there. He established colonies as he moved and set them up in particular areas along the way that was strategic for the Nile Valley. So he went into Arabia. bordering upon the Red Sea as far as to India. Okay, talking about Osiris as far as to India and the utmost coast that were inhabited. Listen, because a lot of people don't, unless the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. So I don't want people to think, oh, Seti just made this shit up, man. When he did this Naga the nigga lecture, he just made this shit up. Listen to what I'm telling you now. It says, but he built likewise many cities in India. Who? Osiris. Who? Osiris. Who said that? Diodorus Siculus. What year did he live? First century BC. Can you get these books? Yes, you can. You can go get under Diodorus Siculus. Go look it up. But he built likewise many cities in India, one of which he called Nisa. Okay, Nisa, willing to have a remembrance of that in Egypt where he was brought up. At this Nisa in India, he planted ivy, which grows and remains here only of all other places in India or the parts adjacent. He left likewise many other marks of his being in those parts, by which the latter inhabitants are induced to believe and do affirm that this God was born in India. So they became so attached to Osiris that they began to say he was born in India, even though they know he came from the Nile Valley. So they began to deify these African gods, such as Osiris, in all parts of the world. And he later became the Krishanas, the Shivas, the Buddhas. This was Osiris. These are only renditions of Osiris. That's it. Okay, these are only renditions of Osiris. So wherever you go in the world, every Christ figure is a black figure with woolly hair. That's what it's. And you can get the book, The 16 Crucified Saviors by Kelsey Graves. Get that book. You see, get that book. Been talking about that book damn near 20 years. Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, and John G. Jackson was talking about it goddamn 50 years before I was born. And now you got these Neanderthals out here using all they do is use the bibliography of Dr. Ben and John G. Jackson and Dr. Ben and Chancellor Williams and Sheikh Diop and all these great African scholars. They go in there, steal the bibliographies and don't give them no credit. So we showing you here where, these Nagas went out all over the world. And like I say, when you go to Africa, right there in the Sudan, you will see the temple of Apetamak. Now, I was the first one to show this with the Naga. You see, with the lion-headed Naga, you see, this is at Naga. This is at Naga Sudan, the temple of Apetamak. And you see right here where the lion-headed serpent, which later became the demiurge. I was the first one to show this on the internet and also show Apetamak with the three-headed lion and said a Skoa. And you could go back 15 years because it's still up there. About 16 years. I'm so glad that people had put my work up there so I can always go back and show who brought this information. And then now you got Indian motherfuckers and all these motherfuckers, they putting this shit up there. You understand what I'm saying? Biting and shit. And Nestle Crunch biting on the motherfucker. And see what I'm saying? But, we had to put this out here in the reflection of how it's supposed to be taught. They can't be biting and shit, taking pieces to try to prop up some failed ideology that they trying to put out there. You see, so this is showing you that, so that's why I say the Gnostics motherfuckers is on some bullshit. Hold up, family. Let me close my shades. It's damn dark out there. But I don't want nobody in here looking at me. That's right. We black in the house family. So that right there. So if you want to ever see the Naga, and y'all remember this one, I was the first one that showed this right here. That right there. You see the three-headed lion at Naga Sudan, and then you go over there, the symbol of because the lion is an indigenous African animal. It was the Kushite kings that elevated the lion to because in Asia, the tiger is the chief cat over there. You see? So why is it that the lion, because these was Kushite kings coming from Africa, and they deified the zoo types of their indigenous land. That's why. So these are the Nagas that came from Africa that took it to Asia. You see, in a Skoa, and I seen a Skoa in one of them pyramid temples, and he had dreadlocks on his head. They don't show that. They do not see. That's another thing that they don't show, and I'm gonna show y'all. They show a Skoa. He had them. They went and they found not too long ago too. It might have been about maybe 10, 15 years back, not that long. And they was in there, they was doing some restoration on the temple, and they found a room. I think it was in the Venema. I think it was in the Holy of Holies. They found a room, and when they went in it, it had some pictures, some paintings on the wall, and it showed a Skoa, and I think it was some type of yogi, and both of them had dreadlocks. I say, what kind of shit is this? You see what I'm saying? And they rarely show it, but maybe next time I'll get it in there for y'all. So again, our people have reached such a high level of consciousness till they was exporting, civilization all over the world. And I'm gonna show you this before we get up out of here. They were by way of the monsoons. Okay, the sacred monsoons where, the people, the trade winds. And again, I show y'all this just on the strength of, so you can see for yourself that where it comes from. See, now when you get when you start dealing with the Hindu, they get all mystical, magical and shit with the Naga. You see, because the original Kushite was just like the Nile Valley. So when you go in there and they get to talking about the Nagas, they talking about them as some semi-divine beings, and and they were not, the supreme deity. But when you come into Egypt, you see the Nagas are the supreme deities. You see, because we are the dragon bloodline. You see, they not the dragon bloodline. So they have that off-brand synthetic spiritualism. You see, just like the Gnostic, we just showed you a Petamak with the serpent tail. They didn't took it and called it the demiurge and made it some type of demon and shit. You see, and so you see how they take bits and pieces of that sacred knowledge of our people, and then they fraudulate and put this shit together, and then people talking about Gnosticism and Hermeticism, and all of that shit is fraudulent. You see what I'm saying? What you need with that, when all you got to do is go back to the source of all of it. You see what I'm saying? You going over there picking through the leftovers and shit, trying to find some spirituality in the leftovers, when all you had to do was go over to the original source of all of that, because they got the shit wrong, and we could prove that they got it wrong. You see what I'm saying? So we were the one that took it over there, and when they realized that they were not the primordial, then they made a synthetic version, you see, that these Nagas were semi-divine, and then they created a bunch of goddamn Hindu gods that look like them and say, oh, these are the chief deities. You understand? But they had to, to give some credit to the Nagas, because they know that all them ancient temples in the south that was stone temples that looked just like the ones in the Nile Valley had been built by these Nagas, which are Kushites, period. That's why you hear it in the Ethiopian, the Naga, the Negus Nagas. And why is it that? Because in the ancient time, there was already colonies coming from the Nile Valley establishing civilization in in East Asia, even in the Americas. You see, the Olmecs brought the Naga spirituality over here with the Quetzalcoatl, the wing serpent, the plume serpent, which they got out of Egypt. Period. We showed the plume serpent in Egypt. So that's where it came from. Okay, which later became the dragon. It's the same thing. So this Naga Kushite spirituality was all over the world. It came from the Nile Valley, the only area on the planet that can prove that majority of the people had reached Christ consciousness at the same time. And the only way they were able to put thousands upon thousands of those megalithic structures, even align them with the stars in the sky, the sacred, as above, so below. You see, heaven on earth, as they say, heaven on earth. And they laid the whole Nile Valley out based on the diagram of the stars. You see, and everybody come, they get a temple here. The whole Nile Valley laid out on the stars. That's because everybody at that time had reached Christ consciousness. No one Christ. You go anywhere else, they got one Christ. That's all they got. They got one Christ, Jesus. They got one Christ. They got Buddha. They got one Christ. They got Krishna. They got one Christ, but only in Egypt where you could get all these great, ascending icons. You understand the masculine and feminine. You see, on all sides, they had reached such a level that they were being venerated all over the world, from the first goddamn dynasty to the end, not even into the pre-dynasty, even before Egypt. We talking about that's dynastic Egypt. We talking about the 10,000 years of continuous civilization in that area is even longer than that. It's even longer than that. So, family, if you gotta, don't let nobody trick you about, because you can see it for yourself. All you have to do is take a trip. Goddamn, you can go anywhere you want on the planet, because seeing is goddamn believing. Motherfuckers say anything out their mouth that they want. Seeing is goddamn believing. Go, matter of fact, make Egypt last. Goddamn it, go all of them and see everything. And when you get to eat, go every fucking where. Make a list, go every fucking where for yourself. See it for yourself. And I guarantee you, when you go and pull up in Egypt, that's going to end the motherfucking conversation. Period. It's going to end the conversation. Nobody will be able to talk you out of it, because what you're going to see, and so much of it, is going to blow your goddamn mind. Before you get up out of that motherfucker, you know what you're going to be saying? Man, I can't wait to get back. That's what motherfuckers say when they go to, man, already talking about coming back before they can get up out of there, man. Motherfuckers that went over to Egypt, man, when they got ready to leave up out of there, man, listen to what I tell you. Oh, shit, did I have it in there? Oh, I didn't even have that one in. Let me get that back up in there. Let me get that back up in there. I don't know why I didn't have it up in there. There it is right there. There it is right there, showing you the Pharaoh as the Naga. You see, and they sitting up here talking about that the Nagas was semi-divine. That's not true. Here it is, it's showing. Let me show you our set. Let me see if I got the one. I had to find the one with our set. I had to find the one with our set. So yeah, we the Naga. They ain't the Naga. We the Naga. You see. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all being out here today. I want y'all to hit that subscribe button. I want y'all to get on over there to Patreon. I'll give you 2 or 3 gems over here. But get up to the membership level, and I'm gonna feed you. I guarantee you, I'm gonna feed your family. And when if I'm giving you this shit right here, you already know what I'm gonna give you on the membership and on the Patreon. You know I'm gonna feed you well. So get on over there, family. I'll see you in a second. We still Bantu language. That's us. That's right. That's us. Anyway, we rocking out tonight. So stay close to that goddamn notification, because the general we're gonna be dropping major heavy mental tonight. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.